What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Justin here, as always. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. It may be hot outside, y'all, but it's gonna be cool in here because I have a bunch of cool stuff to show off. Posters. It's not a haul video unless we have some Boglin action going on. And I have a ton of movies to talk about. 4Ks, Blu-rays, box sets, all kinds of really cool stuff. Today's video is coming off the heels of an amazing weekend. Hope you guys were able to catch the 1-year anniversary Rad Pack Super Show. I can't believe it's already been a year, but it's been a year of the Rad Pack. That's my podcast. We modeled this show after Saturday Night Live and we called it Ratterday Night Live. We had a host, we had special guests, we had a musical guest, even the origin and how the Rad Pack came together, all through the power of the internet. It's actually a really cool story of how we all met just watching each other's content and getting together and starting the Rad Pack. What a blast. So check out that replay, subscribe to the Rad Pack channel. But today, guys, we're here to talk about all this stuff. So let's go ahead, I'll talk about this. It was Father's Day. I met up with my family and my dad and my parents got me something. They thought of me when they saw this Jay and Silent Bob, looks like Clerks / Mallrats era photo, but it has the new font. So I know it's a newer poster because it has the new Jay and Silent Bob font and it says Snoochie Boochies on the bottom. So I thought that was really cool. I'm gonna get that framed. Thank you to Mom and Dad for snagging that for me. That's super cool. Next up, let's get these Boglins knocked up. Whoops. Next. Jesus Christ. Next up, let's get these Boglins knocked out. So this is a series of Boglins that I thought I had picked up a long time ago. These have been released months ago. And I realized I didn't have them in the collection, which is now taking up a massive part of the second bedroom here, which is, it's getting a little out of control. But anyway, the Alien Boglins, they came in a new design package with the plastic front. It no longer has the cage that you lift up. But I actually really like this box design. It's really cool. And these Alien Boglins are rad too. They're very brightly colored. I'll eventually do an unboxing. I didn't want to overload the channel with nothing but Boglin content, but I've picked up a few new ones. So I'll probably wait till I get my zombie Boglins and then just do a mega haul and maybe just do a complete collection. Maybe I'll do that down the line. But this was the special one. This was the Boglins.com website exclusive Orlock Bat Boglin. That's a mouthful. That's what she said. This was the third Bat Boglin. So I already did a video on the other Bat Boglin. This is the third one. This one is signed and numbered. I believe it was limited to 500 pieces. There are still some there. I originally thought it was 150 pieces, but it looks like mine's numbered at 371. So I'm assuming it's 500 pieces. This was not cheap. I definitely paid way too much for this thing, but I've gotten every single series of the re-release of these, so I guess that means I have to buy them all now. So after I get the zombie Boglins, I believe I have them all. I'm sure Tim Clark has some new designs coming out, and I'm sure I'll pick those up. Now let's go ahead and move on to the movie portion of this because we have a ton of movies to talk about. These first few, I guess we'll just call these the Born to Be Rad collection because these all came from my good buddy Garrett from Born to Be Rad, who is 1/3 of the Rad Pack with myself. He was at the Vinegar Syndrome, the archive, the storefront. He asked me what I wanted. I dropped a couple titles and he went and checked if they had them, and they did have a couple. So one was Summer of Fear. I wanted the slips on both of these. This is one I missed out on. Linda Blair's Summer of Fear. I also missed out on the slipcover edition of Irreversible. This is not a super fun or pleasant watch, but it is a very well-made movie, and I do enjoy it for what it is. It's it's a hard watch, but it got a release with the slipcover and everything. And is this 4K? I want to say it's 4K. It might just be Blu-ray. Actually, I think it is just Blu-ray. Yeah, it's not a 4K, just a Blu-ray, but nevertheless, a really cool edition. And it has both versions, the sort of linear version and the original backwards version. If you've ever seen a reversible, you know what I'm talking about. And he also sent me this, Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. He had an extra copy. I've never seen this movie. It looks pretty cool. I love the artwork on this. I believe I switched it around to what I think is the original artwork. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. Either way, it's awesome. It's a little hand-drawn kind of cartoon cover that I really thought was rad. And next up, this one caught my eye when I saw it on, I think it was just an Instagram promoted ad, or it was just on Indicator's Instagram page, and the cover really snagged my eyes and I picked it up. This is my first Indicator release, at least I think it is. Two Orphan Vampires. And this came with a hard slip box, but it's slim. It doesn't take up as much shelf space as some of the other hard box editions that I have from like Second Sight or Eureka or Arrow. It has a really slim profile. The movie comes in, it's just one disc. It's a 4K edition, and it comes in this really slim kind of digipack thing, as well as a perfect bound book that I looked through. It's really, really awesome. This movie's from 96, I think, maybe mid-90s. 97. Looks super weird. It almost looks shot on video. I'm not sure if it was, but it looks super grimy, and I can't wait to check that one up. Check that one out. Next up, a couple of Vinegar Syndrome titles, Showgirls and Freeway 2. When I ordered these, I kind of ordered them at the same time, forgetting that if I order something with a pre-order, which is the case with this Showgirls, I ordered this at the beginning. So I've been waiting for my damn Freeway for like, I don't know, a month or two because I ordered these together. So word to the wise, if you have a pre-order, you want to keep that with other pre-orders or order it separately with in-stock items. Otherwise, you will have to wait for your pre-order to come in before you get the in-stock item. They will ship together, not separately. That you have to order them separately, so don't make that mistake. Next up is a Scream Factory title of People Under the Stairs. This is a movie I've only seen one time many years ago, and I kind of remember being a little lukewarm on it, but I watched it on an old DVD, so maybe seeing a nice spruced up 4K restored version of it, maybe I'll look at it with new eyes and fresh optimism, and maybe I'll enjoy it a little bit more than I did. I found it a little bit boring and silly the first time I watched it, but maybe I just need fresh eyes on it. Who knows? Next up is an Arrow title. We're talking about The Last Starfighter. I'm super excited to check this one out. This is Jeff Bridges. I believe this is, 1984, so this is a major throwback for Jeff Bridges. I've never seen it, and this is the 4K edition. You know, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with these reissues of the movies, because on one hand, I missed out on the original Blu-ray release of this with the slipcover, so I'm glad that I was able to get it with a slip in 4K, but I do hate it when I've already bought a movie and then it gets re-released. That's never fun, but sometimes it works to the advantage of if you missed out on that limited Blu-ray set, you can hold out and it'll guarantee get that 4K re-release, so that's always something to keep in mind. So I'm glad I got this in that version. This one came from Cody, dude who loves movies. He was nice enough to send me this. He recommended it. It looks awesome. This is Chuck Steele, Night of the Trampires. So it looks like a wild movie, but it looks cool. I definitely trust Cody's recommendations. And next is a big stack of Star Trek movies. So recently I posted a video about the huge set of Star Trek original VHS series. Check out that video. It's a really, really cool set, complete set of the original Star Trek series on VHS that came from Paramount and I believe it was Columbia House Home Video. And as I move along, getting all of the Star Trek. I'm not a huge Trekkie, but I love the series and the movies, and I want to rewatch all of them. And I haven't seen them in a couple decades, believe it or not. So I picked up all of the original Star Trek movies. I don't know if these are in order. I got the motion picture, The Wrath of Khan, The Search for Spock, The Voyage Home, and The Final Frontier. Picked all of those up. The slipcovers are all the just incredible original poster art. Man, these slipcovers are so beautiful. That's why I didn't get the set that has them all together. I wanted the separate releases with all of the individual artwork. And I want to do that the same with the Next Generation movies. So I've got First Contact and Generations here. This week I'm going to pick up another one. I think I have 2 or 3 more to get, and then I'll have the whole series of movies. So finally, the last items of the haul are the Indiana Jones steelbooks. Now guys, oh my gosh, these are probably my favorite steelbooks in my entire collection. The artwork on these is just, it's absolutely beautiful. Especially on The Last Crusade and Temple of Doom. They're just, the artwork is just incredible. It looks absolutely beautiful. I love, a lot of times you'll get a lot of times these steelbooks don't really utilize the full real estate of the cover, because there's a lot of room for artwork on the steelbooks, because you take off the J card and then you have all this room for art. And I don't see, I mean, we get great steelbooks, but it always bugs me when the commissioned art or the new art doesn't utilize the whole front of the steelbook. And these Indiana Jones movies absolutely do, and that's what I love about them. There's just gorgeous, big, beautiful, bright, vivid artwork. We got Drew Struzan, really beautiful releases, guys. And that is it. That is it for this haul. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me know in the comments what you guys have picked up. And I think we're done here. I'll see you next time, guys. Stay weird. Remember to always be yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Over on these, so Jesus, I am fucking stoned as fuck. Yeah, Petey, I'm high. I'm high. Next up, let's get these Boglins knocked up. Whoops. Next, Jesus Christ.